Welcome to Safe and Sound, sponsored by White Mountain Fire and Life Safety. I am your host, Kirk Webb, and today on the show we have Christina Doyle, captain of the Arizona Rangers of the Show Company, and also special guest, Augie the Monster.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here with me, and with being captain of the Arizona Rangers, the Show Company, can you give us a little bit of history about the Arizona Rangers?
Definitely. Well, it started in 1901 and went all the way to 1909 with 107 men, and they were disbanded. And in 1957, some of the old territorial rangers came back together and actually started it up again. And in 2002, the governor of Arizona recognized the Arizona Rangers and put into the Arizona revised statutes, and we were recognized as an organization, and we've been going strong ever since.
Nice. And so Rangers, when it first initially started, their main job was to catch outlaws, right?
Cattle rustlers, train robbers, absolutely. It sounded like a fun job.
Now, Augie, being a monster, were you part of that outlaw gang?
Absolutely not.
Good. All right. Because I was a little concerned there, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm more of a cookie monster.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's nice. So, well, so the Rangers are pretty awesome. And now, what are some of the things that, as a ranger, that you guys do now?
Well, our main focus is law enforcement assistance. We are all part of the Rangers just to help the police departments when they need help, when they need extra people. And so a lot of people will recognize us at the Snowflake Taylor rodeos. We do a lot of traffic for parades. So anytime the police departments need us, we really try to be there for them. Yeah.
So you have a lot of training with as far as how to do traffic control, and so not so much as going after them bank robbers and outlaws and cattle rustlers.
Not anymore. And probably pretty glad about that, but no, it's more, we do train, like we have a sidearm, we carry our guns with us, and we do have to train and AZ post qualify every 6 months. And we do training. We learn how to handcuff. We learn how to take people down. And definitely we train every month as a group. And
I noticed you had that sidearm there. I was a little jealous. Okay,
I know.
They don't let me carry nothing like that. They don't supply it. And you're right, because you have a target on your back because one, you're wearing a badge.
Yes.
And so as far as the post certification, we were kind of talking before we got the show started, that it's not something you just test at one time, right?
No. Yeah, no, you have to, like they say, you lose it, or you don't use it, you lose it, right?
Right.
So every 6 months we go out and do the AZ post qualifications, and we try to get out there frequently to just practice. Shooting can be something that you lose fairly quickly, and it is definitely something we want to be good at and comfortable with.
Right. Well, and especially in light of things that happen today, you got these police shootings, you got officer-involved shootings, and just to look at your outfit, you look like just a regular, ordinary police officer. And what if you get mistaken and you're just doing parade traffic or something simple like that, or like you say at the rodeo? It could be scary, I think.
Absolutely. We try to teach our rangers to keep your head on a swivel. We do look like police officers. And I think a lot of people don't realize that we're all volunteers. This isn't a job we get paid for. We are really just doing it to help our community and to help our officers. So we are always prepared. We try to prepare ourselves as best as possible for any situation.
And you not only do events here locally, you can be requested at any point to go anywhere in the state. It's a statewide organization.
It is. So we are actually a 501c3 organization statewide. We have 22 companies, over 500 men. And absolutely, if we have a company in Tombstone that, every once in a while they'll have a call out, and that's one of the best duties is to go walk go walk Main Street in Tombstone as an Arizona Ranger.
Well, and I understand they have a lot of different movies and different things like that are actually still filmed there.
Yeah.
So that could be. It sounds like fun.
It is. It's a good time.
So not every position or every event that you go to, some of them can probably be very mundane, so to speak.
Yeah.
But there's always that you never know what's going to happen too.
Absolutely.
And anything can happen at any point, and it's nice to be prepared.
Yeah.
And I notice you have on your badge you have there the star. You got the black and blue stripe.
Yes.
I know when we wear that same kind of thing, it means that somebody's no longer with us.
Yeah.
And, kind of leading into that a little bit, the only reason I ask that, I'm not trying to bring up any emotions because I'm kind of tearing up myself already thinking about, because that is a tough thing to deal with. But how does that make a need for other volunteers to, get in there and help?
Absolutely. So COVID hit our company, and we did lose 2 of our Rangers and Sholo company to COVID, and just in this last week. So it was a hard hit. But our main goal is to help our community, and I think it's always important to keep adding to the Arizona Rangers. The more men and women that we have, the better we're able to help.
Right, especially since you're volunteers, not everybody's always available at the drop of a hat. So some events you may have all 22 of you, some you may have 2.
Yes, absolutely.
And so the more the merrier, right? Like many hands make light work. All those.
Absolutely, yes. And the more the merrier. And men and women both. I get a lot of people that are a little nervous because they really don't know a whole lot about what we're doing. And I think the important thing is, you learn. We train, and, even if you are not 100% sure that you're going to be able to do this, it's something that, it teaches you to be prepared. And yeah, we're willing to work with anybody. So.
Nice. So as far as being able to join the ranks, what is it that somebody has to do?
Well, you have to be 21 years of age or older, and you have to have a clean record. We do carry guns, and you do have to pass a background check. That's kind of important.
So that can be a little intense?
It can be a little intense. We do have a training academy, but it's only a couple of days, so it's not as physically demanding as, let's say, becoming a police officer. And really, you just have to be able to give 8 hours a month to helping with whether it's a law enforcement assistance duty, or we sometimes do paid security. So really just 96 hours a year is what we ask from our Rangers. And
along with that comes that training. Do you guys do active training throughout the year and
Yes.
get together? And
every month we get together and we train something new, and we keep going. We just, you just got to keep practicing.
So just curious, because of COVID last year, I know all of us were all shut in, so or a lot of people were, and so there wasn't very many events taking place.
No.
Did you do your meetings by Zoom, all that kind of fun stuff?
We actually did. We did some teleconferencing. We did Zoom meetings. And we really did not, we weren't able to get out as much as we usually have done in the past. But we did manage to get into, we worked with some of the churches in the area. We did the food banks and Feed the Hungry. And we did still try to get out there and help where help was needed.
Right. I'm sure because Meals on Wheels or something like that, they still got to have, food's got to go somewhere, people need deliveries or whatever the case.
Absolutely.
So,
there was a huge need for help with food in the area.
Anything else as far as kind of what the Rangers do, or what do you,
So some of the main things is I spoke about law enforcement assistance, but we also like to give to the community as far as children. And just recently, on Wednesday, we donated $4,000 to what we would know as Shop with a Cop, has now changed to Sirens and Sleigh Bells. But we donated $4,000, and we love to go and shop with the children and make sure that the families on this mountain are taken care of. And,
That's an awesome thing. I've done a lot of that throughout my career as a firefighter. Same thing. You're right. That joy that you feel inside, helping somebody that has a need, and to be able to, and that's where it's nice being a 501c3. You can accept donations, and like you say, sometimes some of the events they actually pay you to go help out.
Yes,
so
and all that money that we get from doing paid security all goes back into the community. And this last, I should say, the UPS Foundation actually donated $3,000 to us to give to the children for Sirens and Sleigh Bells. So we even have bigger organizations donating to us to give to the community.
That's great.
So it is fantastic.
So I know one of the other things that you guys participate, and this is where Augie comes in, is every October is Fire Prevention Month. Mm-hmm. But over the many years that I've been kind of in charge of doing this program in the schools, I found that it's so much nicer and better and more efficient to work with other partners, because we all have safety messages that we want to get to the children in schools. And so our safety village, as I call it, and all my safety village kids, but you guys have actually the past few years have jumped in there and helped us with skits and going into the schools. And I mean, what do you think of that program?
You know what? I think it's the best thing I've ever done, because it is not only are we as different organizations working together to bring a message of safety to our mountain, we just have a good time. I mean, it's a great time. And Augie is, he's quite the star.
And I happen to have a pretty good familiarity with Mrs. Dousefire, and Mrs. Dousfire's kind of an okay hit, right?
Oh,
but
yeah. Dousefire's awesome.
Augie is huge. I think you're right. Augie is the star of the show.
Yeah.
And so Augie, how long have you been? When did you start working and doing this kind of stuff?
Probably about 4 years ago. I just decided to have some interest in it.
And I understand you actually even have a YouTube channel.
I do.
And so if people want to go and watch and see some of the things that you do as, besides working with us in the schools, how do they find that?
Well, on YouTube, it's Augie Games, and I want to start working on it again. And I mostly play a lot of games, but I want to try doing other stuff with it too. But at the moment, it is Augie Games with only one G in Augie.
Oh, Augie with one G.
Augie with one G.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
And because I know, it's been so, I know you've specifically worked with Augie as far as working with the kids in our Safety Village production. And it's a huge stage show. It's great. Mm-hmm. And as soon as they see Augie, the kids they freak out, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
and Augie's been awesome. And some of the messages, I don't know if you remember any of the messages that we have presented over the years. What are some of those?
I remember the last one, which was Sound of Safety. Well, it's been a while. The last one we recorded.
Yeah, that was true.
Yeah.
During COVID, we had to do the recording, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
But I know you guys talked about gun safety.
We did gun safety the first year. We did how to call 911 was our recorded one. And then this year we did, it's okay to ask for help.
And you actually had a singing part in that from.
We did have a singing part.
Should I make you guys sing?
No.
What's this? Both no. Come on. You know, oh, I know. You don't have your ukulele.
I don't have. Yes, I have nothing to play.
There we go.
Acapella.
Can't sing. No.
No, don't work like that.
Can't do that.
No.
Oh, come on, Augie. Where's your sense of adventure?
I left it at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. But you know, it's been, you know, since I started doing this kind of stuff and transitioned from how I used to do the safety village, going to the schools and setting up little stations for each different agency, and each they're bringing their message. This has been the most fun, where we kind of get up and be kids ourselves.
Yes.
And so to be able to, and you know, like the presentation we did this year, yeah, we were a little late, got in November rather than October, but I think the kids loved it, especially from the year before. We had to record it, and I think a lot of the schools didn't even play it. So being able to go and see, and I don't know if you saw the totals of 7 different schools that we went to or participated, and 2,400 students and staff.
No kidding.
Holy crap.
So in 3 days.
In 3 days. That was a crazy 3 days.
It was. And I'm glad we were able to pull it off.
Yeah. Well, and being in front of the kids on that stage, there's a whole different energy. You know, recording it was okay, but when you have the kids that are singing along with you, and you really feel like they're listening and getting the message, and
they're engaged.
Yes.
And they remember that better than just staring. They've been staring at screens all year long in school and everything, right?
So I have to tell you, I did the White Mountain Clothe a Child, and I had a group of kids that walked in the door and they saw me and they said, "We know you." And I said, "Oh, I don't know. Why do you know me?" And they started singing our song, and I was like, you know,
it sticks.
It does.
You know, and I enjoy doing it the way we do it.
Yes.
Well, you know, it's been a wonderful being able to spend some time with the both of you. Augie, thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You have any other words of wisdom for us?
Words of wisdom. Don't eat cookies off the floor. That's a bad idea.
or has the rule changed to you got 10 seconds to pick it up instead of 5 to eat it?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
10 seconds?
Yeah, okay. And Captain Christina Doyle, Arizona Rangers, thank you for joining me on the show. Thank you for watching Safe and Sound, and we'll see you next month.